So, as said in yesterday's video, we will be making a fully exposed, full-fledged video when it comes to pigs to finally get him to leave me the fuck alone so he stops fucking harassing me. So, Impromptu was the first person to ever expose John's bullshit with him being sexist and racist. But at the time, nothing really happened, and he was quite literally removed off of everything. In which this is also the same person that ended up harassing John for the entirety of me being there. I don't know if he still does it. I don't really care if he still does it. But from my knowledge, he was the only one that actually did harass. Well, no, it's not from my knowledge, it's a blatant fact that he was the only one that ever did harass John. Now, we go on to Trent. Trent was someone who did start shit by constantly changing his story about how he was the first P100, Alan Wake, then it was someone else, and it was some random Asian dude. And then, because he was having a go telling John trying to put John in his place because he wanted attention and all that, I ended his career instantly and exposed him for who he really is to his face in his comments, and he deleted all his videos because of me. And in which, from that point on, we did talk a bit, just one-on-one, and he admitted that he did cheat his way to get his P100, which means he didn't get it legitly at all, so he's not a legitimate P100, he's not the world's first P100. None of those people that he brought up were at all, due to, if you don't get it literal, you have to get it properly. You can't fucking cheat your way to get it, because it's not valid. You know, it can't be valid if you're using cheats. Guilt tripping. So yes, Pigs does have this whole thing where he loves to guilt trip people a lot, because he wants attention. He's an attention seeker. And he knows very well, so I fucking hate attention seekers. Hence why he keeps harassing me. And, you know, the guilt tripping that he would do is he'd bring up how he used to have cancer in the past. How he lost the love of his life. Blah blah blah, all this other bullshit. And then, and that's also the thing, is he always brings up how he's a Christian and all that. And he constantly says how he's a good person, how he could never do wrong and all that shit. He uses religion as a means of, oh well, I can't be bad because I'm religious, I can't be evil. So then, why are you saying the N-word so many fucking times that I actually lost count? And let's be honest, you're still fucking saying it off stream. Who knows how many times you've said it to me? Who knows how many times you've said it since our departure? You know. And then let's also go back into the how you guilt trip people via bringing up how the love of your life passed away. So why are you bringing up my love life when you've never even dated someone? You didn't even date her. You've never dated a single person, yet you bring my love life up so many fucking times. You bring up the exact relationship that you forced me into, which we'll be going into detail later on in this video. Like, you constantly bring up my love life, but not once have you ever looked at your love life and been like, oh well, I've never actually dated someone in my entire life. I don't know what it's like to be in a relationship, and I never fucking will. You know, like, why are you constantly bringing my shit up when you haven't even been in a relationship? And, bro, you had cancer years ago. You had cancer years ago. This whole fucking thing of, oh yeah, well, I've had multiple stomach surgeries, which is another thing that you use to guilt trip people. You bring up how you used to have cancer, how you had to have chemo for it, how you've had stomach surgeries, how you feel like you're gonna fucking die, how you feel like you're in pain all the time, you feel like you're being stabbed in the stomach 24/7. You constantly do this shit for attention and to guilt trip people, so then they don't fucking take time away from you, which I'll be going into detail even more when we get to me and your part. So yes, of course, we all knew that I was going to bring up Orioi, or Trey-Isha as I called him. So, what do we have to talk about him? Well, there's the fact that he still had my ex-girlfriend Jepith still added on Xbox and Fortnite. And that's the thing, is John wouldn't even put that in his fucking head, the reality that Trey does have her still added on all these fucking things, even to this fucking day, from my knowledge. And then obviously there was the whole thing that set us apart, me, Trey and John, with the patronising me for my relationship with Jepith, which, bear in mind, they were both the ones that forced me and her into that relationship, which obviously we will be going into more into this later on in this video. But you're patronising me for my past relationship during that time, but last I remember, you had been in a relationship where Pigs himself admitted to my face in a fucking call and via DMs that you were a right piece of shit towards him and towards everyone. You were the biggest piece of shit known to man when you were in that relationship with Skit. So why are you bringing up my relationship when you were the one that did the exact same shit that I did, focusing on my relationship with her over John? And that's the thing, is you were a piece of shit towards him. I wasn't even a piece of shit towards you lot when I was with her. So why are you bringing up my relationship when you were the biggest dickhead known to man when you were in yours? Don't bring my relationship up when you were in a relationship where you were the biggest piece of shit known to man. So yes, the title was 30-year-old. I don't remember his fucking name, nor do I really care. So, this is a dude that had a falling out with Pigs because he tried to start shit with Pigs. He went into Pigs' stream and Pigs wasn't, I guess, apparently he was a little bit agitated or whatever, according to the dude, when he was just playing fucking Dead by Daylight as per usual, and was playing with the little homie at the time, which does go into this even more. The little homie, which I will call the kid from now on, he was playing with him. So the full story is, he's playing with the kid, this 30-year-old dude comes in and goes, "Oh, did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed?" And Pigs, just quite literally being honest, and he did admit that at the time he did say it pretty agitated, like he did sound angry. And he said, "Well, if you don't like me, why should I give you my best if you can't accept me?" Like something along the lines of, "If you can't handle me at my worst, why should I give you my best?" And the 30-year-old got in his feels, removed him and me for some reason when I didn't even do shit. I didn't do a single fucking thing to the dude, but removed me as well. And the little kid got removed as well. He got blocked and everything. And he was freaking out, wondering what was going on. He was asking John for help about it, blah blah blah. Long story short, the kid ended up getting into contact with the 30-year-old. 30-year-old told him, it's either you're friends with me or you're friends with Pigs. And the kid chose the 30-year-old. So the 30-year-old quite literally manipulated him and forced him to take his side. Sounds a lot like Pigs and what he does. I guess we'll go into that later on. So then Pigs got all mad and shit that the kid chose that dude's side. At the time, I was like, why the fuck would you go? Like, you've just been forced, you've been manipulated into taking this other. Like, I didn't understand it in the sense of why the fuck is the kid choosing him when he's letting go of more? Like, he's choosing the one dude over multiple fucking people, myself included. So yeah, he got a little agitated about that shit and all that. And then, yeah, the little kid came over, he said, no hard feelings, it's just, I want to be friends with this dude as well, like, I still like you and all that. Stop playing with us entirely, but, like, that's besides the point. And, yeah, like, he was like, me and Pigs knew that the 30-year-old got the kid to fucking come in, so then, like, oh, there's no hard feelings, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, I mean, it's whatever. Ego. What, you thought I wasn't going to talk about his fucking huge ego that he has? So there's making things about himself. Obviously, he does this all the fucking time. Now, I had little theories here and there about certain people, because they would only play with him when I was around. Katie was one of those people. So I did have a theory. I had a theory at the time that Katie may have had a little bit of feelings towards me. Now again, I can't confirm nor deny it, like it's not my place. It was a fucking theory that I had, in which, with his fucking huge ego, it's like, oh yeah, and she definitely has feelings for me as well. It's not just you. She has feelings for me as well. When, buddy, it was just a theory, because she would only play with you if I was playing as well. And whenever she was playing with you, she was constantly trying to get me to play with you guys. Which goes into the, quite literally, forcing me to play on days that I don't want to play on, which I'll get into more detail later on. And then telling others to choose his side and belittling them if they didn't, which is something he did quite often. He did it with Katie, when our beef fucking happened. He was constantly, like the thing that he quite literally said on that live stream when he started shit and started saying that I was harassing him and shit, when I quite literally wasn't. I was having a fucking conversation with him. And then I made my announcement video saying that I was going to be taking some time off because I wanted a week or two to myself, which obviously we'll go back into that a little bit later. But there was an instance with my boy Bleak that ties into the telling others to choose Pig's side and then belittling them if they didn't, you know. So Lenny knows what they did at the time. They were an attention seeker, which they themselves will admit, yes, I was an attention seeker. But to this day, they have actually worked on themselves. They've stopped being this attention seeker, this little fucking annoying thing that pissed me the fuck off. They actually stopped like trying to be the center of attention. Actually ended up letting others talk, you know, because that's something that they did have to work on, because they would not let others talk. They'd be yelling over the top of other people constantly. So then, obviously, going back on the Trent situation, Lenny was aware of it all. Lenny was aware that sorry about that, Lenny, that was fucked up of me. I sincerely apologise, that was a little slip. But Lenny was aware that Trent was talking shit about them and was making fun of them for being trans and shit. And Lenny quite literally told us, look, I don't want to be a part of this, like, I've got nothing to say about this, and would constantly leave because they didn't want to talk about it, which is completely valid. But even at the time, it was like, oh, well, you are talking to this Trent person as well, and you are you're more on the side of Trent, which was true at the time. But that's the thing, is John was constantly complaining about how they didn't want to engage in the conflict and didn't even want to talk about it when it was being brought up constantly. Like, I'm someone that does talk about shit, like shit that's going on. I enjoy talking about it because I'm gonna put it how it is, I'm gonna give the harsh reality, and because I can read a room and read a person, I can expose the person for who they truly fucking are easily. Fucking easily. I didn't even know the dude, and I was 99% right. The only thing that I wasn't right about was the loss in sub count. The sub count that he lost. I was wrong about that. But Trent himself even admitted that everything that I said was true. He was seeking attention. He did have a harsh upbringing where he was neglected. But, like, I'm bringing all these people up because, again, a lot of these people are victims of John as well. And then the only other thing that I can say that Lenny was wrong for was sending me false accusations about Whistler, which we will go into soon. But yeah, it was a false accusation about Whistler where it was talking about how he was a piece of shit in a relationship, some shit like that. So, like I said, we do have Whistler. So there was the whole thing of, there was this group of people that did not get the reaction they wanted, because Whistler had been going around at the time because he was close to this chick, and they had said to each other that they do eventually want to get together. They want to be a couple. And he had been going around telling people that they were already together, which obviously is not right at all. In which she decided to break things off. Said, hey look, I don't think this is going to work out. I wish you the best, blah 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 blah. I just didn't appreciate that you were going around telling people that we were dating. And Whistler said, that's cool, I wish you the best, see you around, I mean, we can still be friends if you'd like, but yeah. In which, because that group didn't get the reaction they wanted the reaction they wanted from Whistler was, please don't, please, we can make this work. Like, they were trying to have him beg for this chick. In which, obviously, that didn't work, and I told Lenny, and I told everyone, like, you do realise that was not true, those were false accusations, none of that shit happened. It was all because they didn't get the reaction that they wanted. So now this is where we get into Whistler cheating in Dead by Daylight, where out of nowhere, he was constantly posting a P100 every, like, couple weeks. Like, it went from a month to a couple weeks to then a month again, which me and Pigs were skeptical about it. In which, obviously, I made the whole video where Whistler did admit, yes, I did use cheats to get my P100s for attention, yada yada yada. So now we talk about my ex, Jeppeth. So now there is the forcing me and her into a relationship. So essentially, it was constantly bringing up her number. They were kind of edging me on. They were making jokes and shit, saying like, oh, I'd never pop off like this, I never play like this. And I went along with it because, shits and giggles. I like making jokes like the next fucking person. I love making jokes. Like, you see it in my content all the time as well. I keep poking fun at people and I make jokes about people. But the joke was essentially, oh yeah, bro, I'm popping off. I need to look good for her, bro. I gotta get that number and all that shit. As a joke, in which I kept going with a joke like, so when am I getting that number and all that shit. And like, Jeppeth she was going along with the joke at the beginning as well. But this is where John and Trey decided to push for it, in which, yes, sure, I did get her number in the end. But that's the thing, is the second that me and her got into that relationship that was forced upon us, because we both didn't want to actually date. We were forced into that relationship by constantly being put to each other like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, all this sort of shit, yada yada yada, like, they were constantly trying to get us to date. And then the second that we started dating, John dropped her and started talking shit about her, saying that she was a piece of shit. Oh, blah, 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 blah. She's got a ton of boyfriends, all this sort of shit. Which, okay, if this was all true, why the fuck are you trying to force me into that relationship? And then to top that all off, she wasn't even dating the dude that you constantly were talking about, because she was telling him to shut the fuck up constantly and didn't even want to fucking play with him at all. So now obviously we're going to talk about my homegirl, Katie. Now we did bring her up a little bit, but essentially there was a lot of him pressuring her to talk in VC. Like, the first time I met her, we were just playing, we were talking, we exchanged Discords whilst we were playing Dead by Daylight. And bear in mind, this was the first time we had ever met. And that's because we both had mutual respect for each other and actually thought that, hey, you know, like, live's on fucking 200 ping and he's popping off like this, shit. Let me add him up. I mean, obviously I can't fully say that. Allegedly, that's what I think was going through her head at the time. I don't fucking know. You'd have to ask her, in which do not harass any of these people. I mean, fuck, you can harass Trey, fucking John, you can fucking harass John's boyfriend Tommy if you fucking want. I seriously don't give a shit what you do with these dipshits. I mean, they've been harassing me for fucking 8 months now. Quite literally, they've been harassing me for over 8 months. So yeah, there was a lot of... So yeah, I thought, you know, like, fuck it, let's add each other on Discord because Katie's fucking goated. She's hella good at fucking Dead by Daylight. Fuck it, like, let's add each other up on Dead by Daylight and let's add each other up on fucking Discord. So we didn't even talk. We added each other, we said hi to each other, and then it was like months where we didn't talk at all. But that's also the thing, is when she did come back, like, because there were times where she'd get into a relationship, she'd dip for a bit, because she's focusing on her relationship, as you do, you know. But there was constantly, whenever she'd come back, John was constantly trying to get her into the VC, trying to get her to talk and shit, which was fucking weird. But yeah, it was like, it was the weirdest shit ever. And that's where we get put into the labels. So they would constantly put labels on her, where he would constantly say like, oh, she's on yada yada's side, or she's with whoever she's dating at the time's side. She only comes back for us for attention from us, blah 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 blah, all this sort of shit. In which at one point it did get really fucking weird. Because she ended up showing us her tattoos and shit. Cause she's got tattoos. She ended up sending us pictures and all that shit. And it got weird. Like, but talking behind her back was one thing, where he would be like, "Oh yeah, she's constantly wanting our attention." Or, bro, she always wants to fucking play with me. Blah 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 blah. All this sort of shit. When that goes into his ego. Like, he was constantly going on about how others always wanted to play with him, or they wanted to play with him because of me, blah blah blah. Like, he was somewhat aware that they only want to play with me because they want to play with you, which was actually a fact as well, which was the funniest thing ever. Is majority of the time people only wanted to play games with him because I was there and they wanted to play with me, which was the funniest shit ever. And that's not even me being egocentric, that was just a blatant fucking fact, especially during that time as well, because again, people were constantly begging me to fucking play. Or he would get me to fucking get others to fucking play with him, which that's a different part of the video. Stop fucking going ahead. But yeah, there was one point, like, because she did send those pictures out, like, we saw the tattoos, they're fire as fuck, I shit you not. But then it got to a weird point where he was like, oh, I bet she's fat. I bet those are old pictures, they're fat. And, like, this was at a point where I was starting to get sick of his bullshit, so I was just agreeing. I was just like, yeah, bro, yeah, sure. Yeah, you're right, bro. You're fucking right. Which wasn't right, you know, like, I should have put my foot down when I started to feel that sort of shit. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, straight up, you're fucking annoying now. I should have put my foot down. There is a lot of things that I do regret on not putting my foot down when it comes to him. I mean, there was the whole Bleak situation, which obviously we'll go into, but he did put the label like, oh, Katie's on Bleak's side, blah 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 blah. Alright, so now we get into the whole Bleak situation, which this point is going to be essentially two parts. So obviously there's the current shit that's come up about pigs, and then there's this incident which was happening way before that. So Bleak was essentially, he didn't know John at all. He didn't know me or John whatsoever. He was brand new to us, quite literally. In which there was an incident that did happen where him, Bleak, John, Bleak, and Katie, I think we're all playing Dead by Daylight at one point, and Katie had hopped off, and then Bleak after a while, because Bleak's a person that, if he doesn't know someone well, he doesn't know how to talk to them as much, or so I was told at the time, by Katie. So he essentially just told John, hey, I'm gonna head to bed, I'm gonna head off, have a good one. In which they hopped off, he hopped out of the call. Now, he then later joined on to play with other people. And then Pigs gets invited by those same people. Pigs joins up and sees, oh, Bleak's on. And that's when Bleak instantly, when he saw that John joined, said, oh yeah, I'm gonna head to bed now, though, and went to bed. And that's where the whole thing started going off, is John was having a go because of how Bleak fucking lied to him and dipped on him and lied to his face about going to fucking bed and all that, and tried to get Katie to drop him, and started belittling her and all that shit, bringing up her past experiences, which obviously I'm not going to be going into detail because that's not my place to put that out there, but just know she's got a fucked up past like me, alright? In which John was constantly saying that, oh, she was only doing that shit for attention, and then it was also a guilt tripping thing. She was trying to guilt trip me, so then I wasn't angry at her, blah blah blah, all this sort of bullshit. So then we get into the newest shit that's come up about everyone exposing them and finding out, and just trying to talk to John about the whole situation about fucking him being sexist and all this shit. So yeah, obviously with that whole fucking thing, he tried to pull Bleak's name. He dragged Bleak's name into that for no reason. So, to make a long story short, a bunch of DVD creators found out that there was a VOD out there of him being sexist, and that doesn't suit their communities at all. So they dropped him, and a lot of them tried to talk to him, like, yo, bro. And obviously there was the whole Dustin situation with Dustin being a Trump supporter.
And it's not on them to change how you feel, but accept that you don't think the same. Yeah, exactly. That's literally all I wanted, Stuffy, but I couldn't get that. I literally felt like I said, the only thing I can describe it as is like being in the middle of an LGBTQ parade. And I don't support LGBTQ, I'm gonna be honest, but I'm not a hater of it either. I'm like in the middle, right? And then I just had to like compliment everyone in there. It's like, bro, I don't support it, but I don't hate it, but like, come on, why do I gotta kiss everyone's ass here? It's like, because I do it, bro. I do it. It looks good. It's like, bro, that's how I felt. And I literally did not feel comfortable at all, bro. Not even a little bit. And I got it on stream too. You can even hear it in my voice that, like, bro, this dude is making me feel hella uncomfortable when I was just, like, saying my opinion. And I thought it was cool, you know? I thought, like, we were friends and shit and I can just say whatever I wanted.
in which a lot of them did not like that. And that's the thing, is they all had to deal with John constantly complaining about how Dustin was treating him like shit and all that, which is fucking weird, because I don't treat him like shit or anything like that, but I get all that shit I have all my shit happen, which happened before this. He does all that to me when I wanted a week or two off for myself, yet a dude that was treating him like absolute shit is the one that he decides to keep around. Like, fucking what? But yeah, so he tried to drag Bleak's name into it by mentioning Bleak, in which Bleak, out of confusion, said, "But, like, why are you trying to drag me into this? I didn't talk to you at all. I just blocked you on everything and didn't mention you whatsoever." In which John was constantly saying, "Oh, you guys were harassing me and all that," which, as you can currently see, all these screenshots that I have done from his video, these are fucking conversations. This isn't harassment. Again, John, I made a whole fucking video going over the definition of fucking harassment. Watch that fucking thing, or search it up in fucking Google, the definition of harassment. That was not harassment. The only person that ever harassed you was Impromptive. He was the only one that has ever harassed you in your entire fucking life. You have never once been harassed by anyone else. And those were conversations. Those weren't harassment. Those were conversations. And now, as you can see, we are talking about Sentinel Breeze or Snow Mist. So now, this is where the weird part about it comes into, and this is where I'm going to be talking about his obsession with all the homegirls. This is Victoria, Katie, Sentinel Breeze, like these are the fucking, even Kenzie, you know, like fucking, there was a ton of fucking points where it was really weird how he was constantly going on about how he wanted to be with them, or how they were attracted to him, all this sort of shit. And how he would constantly treat them like shit, especially Katie. He was treating Katie like shit a lot. That's not even a joke. He was treating her fucking horrible. But yeah, the obsessions and the hypotheticals that he would pull up when it comes to Sentinel Breeze was fucking weird. So, as we all know, in his logic, if you talk hypothetical, that means that you want to have sex with a person. So, he said multiple times. He didn't bring this up one fucking time like I did. No. He brought this up multiple fucking times. Multiple fucking times. Like, the only time I ever brought up a hypothetical is before I met Victoria. The only time I ever brought up a hypothetical is, the only time, like, what I said is, if I hypothetically had to be with any other homegirls, I wouldn't choose any of them, because I'm not, like, I don't see much common, like, it's just, I can't see myself being with those people. Like, with those homegirls. Like, obviously, I'll make little jokes about fucking getting their numbers and dating them, that sort of shit. I'll make a fucking joke about it, but I'm not being dead set. Like, I'll never be dead serious, like, oh, I want to be with them. And even in a hypothetical, it's like, hypothetically, if I were to be with any of them, I wouldn't choose any of them. But his hypothetical was with this one dude, I forget his name, I'm drawing a blank, so I do apologize to the dude, and then Sentinel Breeze. So the whole hypothetical situation that he'd bring up 24/7, it wasn't like a one-time thing, he was always bringing it up, was he would constantly say, oh, if I ever had to be with someone, it would be with two people. It was with the dude and then Sentinel Breeze. And he would bring that up way too many fucking times, you know. And bear in mind, Sentinel Breeze is someone that does not want to have a relationship whatsoever. She doesn't want any sexual relations or anything like that. Hence why when I used this logic against him, I said that, well, you just self-admitted that you would rape her, because she doesn't want any sexual relations. And if talking hypothetically means that you want to have sex with the person, you just admitted that you want to rape Sentinel Breeze. That's fucked up.
But yeah, I stopped streaming as much on YouTube because someone that knew me on YouTube and I was friends with harassed me a lot. And honestly, he made fun of my cancer and like my sickness, so I just decided, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna take a break off of YouTube and put more time into Twitch. He did a lot more than that, but honestly, it's whatever. Moved on from him. But he harassed a lot of my friends too, so I was like, I didn't feel like streaming on YouTube anymore. But I did stream on Twitch. But I will still do my YouTube videos like this. Like if there's a game that's awful, I'm sorry that happened. Yeah, and then even came to my like streams on Twitch, even though I stopped doing YouTube at the time, and decided to harass me on there too. He messaged anyone too that I knew and harassed them also. So like back then, Miss Mercury, I didn't know who you were, right? But if I did, he would have messaged you too. Even told Dustin stuff to like act like he was funny about the cancer that I went through.
Alright, so I want to come onto the record. So at this point when he's talking about how I was joking about him having cancer and trying to be funny, that wasn't me trying to be funny. I mean, you can see the screenshot. Right now, you can see the screenshot. I quite literally say that I'm going to be cutting him and Dustin out like a cancer. Because they were being extremely cancerous. They were acting like a cancer. And what do you do when you have cancer? Or you find out that you have cancer? You try every way to get rid of cancer. It's not a joke. I was not trying to be funny. I would never joke about cancer or someone having it. I've already lost 2 people to cancer. You really think I'm going to be making jokes about that shit? Yeah, that shit that you didn't know about. You fucking retard. Yes, and I say retard in the terms of not someone with a disability, like a learning difficulty or disability, such as myself. I mean it in the way of, you are such a fucking moron that the only way that your stupidity could even be summed up is by being called a retard. Alright? So that's not me trying to be an asshole towards retards, but that's me trying to sum up your fucking stupidity in a nutshell. And that's what it comes up to. Alright? So, that's something that you didn't even know about, is that I've already lost 2 people to cancer. So, where's this bullshit coming from? So, you like to play the victim card all the fucking time in this shit. I mean, this is you right now. I recorded everything. I re-edited this entire fucking video. I went for a full deep dive into your shit, so then I could do a full fucking video where it has everything in it. So you cannot do anything. Like, you also gotta bear in mind, this is after me not even realizing that he's still even a person. I completely, at the time of this live stream, I didn't even know he fucking existed. That's just a blank fact. I didn't even know this fucker existed anymore. And that's just a fact. Alright? And this is him talking about me harassing him. Which you also got to bear in mind. The harassment that I sent his way was through all the screenshots that have been popping up during me talking. And then there's also, well, this video here. Yeah. Where I quite literally said that he made a mistake and it's cool. I'm just going to take a week or 2 to myself. And because he didn't like me taking a week or 2 to myself, and you'll see later on, he projects by saying that I was trying to have sex with Victoria. That's not true at all. That's him projecting. I never once said that I wanted to have sex with her at all. I said hypothetically, and bear in mind, he was doing hypothetically before as well. He said hypothetically, if I had to be with anyone, it would have to be with Sentinel Breeze or fucking Kevin, I think the dude's name was. So you gotta bear in mind, I'm just like, okay, you know what, like, you're doing a hypothetical, I'll do a hypothetical. So I said, so hypothetically, if I had to be with any of the homegirls, it'd be Victoria. That wasn't me saying, yo, I want to have sex with her, because, again, using your logic against you, that means you want to have sex with Sentinel Breeze and the dude, which I'm pretty sure his name is Kevin. Which, if we're going through that logic, you just said that you were willing to rape Sentinel Breeze, since she doesn't want to have any sexual relations. So you just self-admitted to being a rapist. Congratulations, you're a rapist. You want to keep playing these stupid little games, keep sending your little boyfriends and shit to my shit to harass me? You've been harassing me for over 8 months now, buddy. It's been probably 9 months now, a little over 9 months. You have still not stopped talking about me. You keep sending your friends over. That's why this re-upload's coming out. Because I'm actually sick to death of this shit. You constantly say, and you'll see later in this video, he goes, oh yeah, I'm not a bad person, I've grown older, I'm wiser. Bro, you're a fucking 5-year-old. You're 26. You were 26 during this time, harassing a 19-year-old. You are 27 now. You are 7 years older than me. Well, 6 years older than me, actually. Sorry, I fucked that up, because I'm 21 this year. You are 6 years older than me, and you act like a fucking 5-year-old. Making up baseless fucking claims where you show zero evidence. Why? Because you don't have any. Because you know I have all the evidence, and if you were to release any ounce of evidence, it would just show that you were the biggest piece of shit. I mean, there was you trying to manipulate me in the screenshots where I gave you the harsh reality of, you're not my real homie. You're not my true homie. Because a true homie doesn't patronize his homie for a previous relationship that you forced him into. A true homie doesn't, well, make lies about a homie or an ex-homie. He doesn't make baseless lies and doesn't show no evidence. You know, if your whole story, this whole fucked up fucking story that you've had develop in your fucking head because you're fucked in the head, cunt, was real, show the evidence. Just like 9 months ago, I told you to release all the evidence that you have to back up your claims. There isn't a video that has been released, other than a half-assed apology after you started shit with me. And then you proceeded to still send your little boyfriends over, your little girlfriends. We get it. You're a virgin that wants pussy desperately. But don't go projecting that shit saying that that's me, because that's not me. Unlike you, I don't want to have any sexual relations at all. Not at all. And yet, you're the one who's constantly harassing everyone but saying, oh yeah, Live's the piece of shit, I'm not a piece of shit, he's a piece of shit because he's a shit cunt, he did all this, he did yada yada yada. Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence of me doing any of that? I mean, if I had recorded any of our VC calls, I would have multiple videos. I'll probably have a full fucking 3 hours of you just saying the N-word. So, I mean, I'd also capture all the shit that you've been saying about Katie, all the disgusting shit you were saying about Katie, in which, like I've said numerous times, I look down upon myself because I didn't stand up for her. I let you do that, which was fucked of me to do. I shouldn't have fucking done that. I shouldn't have egged you on by half-ass agreeing with you. You are a fucking man-child. You are a 27-year-old child. You have not grown up at all. You use your fucking medical conditions, you've used all your medical shit as a plan of attack. Your surgeries and shit. Guess what, motherfucker? I've had surgeries too. You didn't know that. Oh, because I never told you about it. I've had numerous surgeries. Yet, You don't see me using that as a way of attacking you now, do you? You don't see me pulling the dyslexia card because I have dyslexia. You don't see me ever using that shit when you're over here saying that you're being harassed. Again, the definition of harassment. How many times do I have to fucking show you it? How many times do you have to harass me, and how many times do I have to release the evidence and fuck you over and completely show that you're making shit up, you're lying, before you get to a point where there is no one around you? And again, to all the little boyfriends that show up and all that, honestly, he's gonna do the same shit that he did to me, to you motherfuckers. So, you can keep taking his fucking side, but give it a couple years, and he's gonna treat you like absolute shit. He's gonna drop you, and then he's gonna make baseless claims and lies about you, where he's gonna show zero evidence, and then you're gonna be fucked. And I don't want any single one of you coming to my shit saying, "Oh my god, you were right. He did this, yada yada yada." You ain't my homie. We ain't homies. You're a piece of shit that harassed me for years by that point. Alright? So, you want to keep harassing me? Be my guest. But don't act like you're a fucking saint. Alright? Because at the end of the day, I'm not a piece of shit compared to you lot. I'm a piece of shit because I tell the truth. That's why I'm a piece of shit. It's because I tell the truth and I tell it how it is. I give people a harsh fucking reality and I bring them into reality. Every single fucking time. Every single fucking time. I get to show them how shit actually fucking happens. I tell them how they are to their fucking face. And that gives them that reflection of, oh shit, you're fucking right. That is fucking me. What the fuck? Because I study motherfuckers. And in this fucking stream, you'll even see he goes on about how he doesn't smoke. Bear in mind, there's multiple streams of this motherfucker telling me, hey, yeah, I'm gonna quickly go out and have a smoke. Because he was in pain. He was in pain, guys, so he had to go have a smoke. Yeah, oh, he's never smoked, guys. Never smoked weed or anything. Yet he's smoking weed and he's got a whole fucking container of weed that he gets from his cousins in Mexico. And bear in mind, before he went on that family trip, all that shit happened before he went on it. So this dude's been harassing me for wanting a couple weeks off from him, for myself, because he harassed me. So yeah, keep coming at me, because at the end of the day, you're all a bunch of fucking morons that are wrapped around this fucking dipshit's fingers. Which is fucking disgusting and pathetic.
And Dustin, he didn't even message that dude, or he didn't even talk about that dude, but he still felt the need to tell Dustin a joke about my cancer. And it wasn't a good joke, I'll tell you that. And Dustin's grandma's currently dealing with that shit too. She's on chemo. And I talked to Dustin about it, and I was like, Dustin, I know we're friends and shit in real life, but I wouldn't blame you if you never wanted to forgive me if I poked fun at your grandma's sickness, you know? Because I forgave some other friends that like kind of took his side when he was private messaging him, but I did not forgive that dude, bro. Because like, fuck that dude. There's stuff you can joke about in life, but someone having cancer is definitely not something cool to poke fun at. And if you do, just know that person will never forgive you for that shit. He seems like garbage person. I'm glad he's out of your life now. Yeah, he even made YouTube videos about me, trying to harass me too. That's why I kind of stayed away from YouTube for a bit. And he did it all, Miss Mercury, while I was on a family vacation in Mexico with my family. And it was all because he was trying to fuck one of my friends that I just introduced him to. Like, he literally met her 3 days ago and thought he was gonna fly to the United States and fuck her. And I tried to tell him, bro, like, be careful with that one, because she has a lot of sugar daddies. And he didn't care. He still took her side, even though he only known her for 3 days. And I was telling him the truth, but it didn't matter. The truth was meaningless to him. All he wanted was fucking someone to fuck. And then 'cause he couldn't get it, he just decided, oh, let me harass the fuck out of him. I hate when people throw things in your face like that. I had someone do that to me before too. Wow, he got mad for you warning him? Yeah, he did. And like I said, he didn't just harass me and make videos on me harassing me. He came to my streams and harassed me. And anyone that he saw me talking to, he would private message on Discord and try to tell him like, oh, you know that dude's this, you know that dude's that, right? When it's like, bro, who cares, man? Fuck off. Yeah, honestly, I don't like people that harass others. I hope he deletes that videos. Yeah, but honestly, even if he doesn't, Jordan, it is what it is. He told me too, sorry and stuff.
What's happening right
And
now?
when I blocked him, he made another video
making
harassing
Super
me
8
even
movies?
further. But
Mill's
it's
been gone for
whatever.
years.
Because
Come on,
honestly,
Sam.
I don't really have time to worry about what
What is it?
people think or if people like me or care about me. Because I go through a lot of physical pain. I've been through 3 stomach surgeries, and they were big surgeries. They tied my esophagus around my stomach when I was in the 6th grade. I got cancer when I was in freshman year when they were doing another surgery to clean my scar tissue. And then I got a 3rd stomach surgery in UCLA where they basically redid it and tried their best. But it was either them trying their
Sam.
best or me getting a
You don't seem
pacer in my
okay.
stomach. And lately I've been like really worried about my
I think you should
surgery.
take a minute.
I'm like older and wiser and realize that my surgery could unravel at any point in time and it could be my last day on earth. So I don't care what people think about me or if people want to be my friend because honestly I have more important things to worry about. But yeah, I've been through extreme amounts of pain. Every day of my life, it feels like someone's stabbing me in the stomach with a knife. And I don't smoke weed, I don't drink alcohol. The only thing I do for the pain is like once in a while, I eat an edible when it gets to like too much pain. But the one thing I learned
Certainly
from like
something.
going through all that shit is it's not cool to poke fun at people that are going through medical issues when you've never been through a medical issue yourself, you know? And that's what that dude was doing to me. He was literally poking fun at my cancer, my stomach surgeries, just because he knew about him. And also did it when I was on vacation with my family. And then tried to say sorry when it's like, bro, some
Theater
things,
carnage,
if you
sick
poke
flick.
fun at, I'm sorry, but
That
no
was the
one's
community
gonna
of the film
accept
London
your
Now.
apology.
Wait,
Not me,
this
not
really never
anyone.
happened.
And that's why I told
What
Dustin,
is
like,
this?
would you ever forgive me if I did the same thing with your grandma? He
Just
said,
when I
fuck
thought
no.
things couldn't
He's
get
like, you're my
better.
homie and shit, but like, family comes first. And I was like, I agree. But yeah, I just, keep to myself now. Just because I've been attacked and I've saw people get attacked so much that I'm like trying to avoid that shit at all cost. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. No, don't worry about it. We all
Thought he
go
didn't
through
act in this
things and they
scene.
make us who we are
It
today,
was
you know?
Chris.
Because I'm not gonna lie, if I didn't go through what I went through, who knows who I would be right now. I would probably be a piece of
This
shit,
isn't
you
right.
know? Like, I know that dude that was poking fun at
Okay,
me,
that is not
he's a
what we
piece of
shot.
shit because he's never been through anything, you know? And he chooses to be like that. I didn't have a choice in getting my stomach surgeries and getting liquid chemo that I literally had to drink. I just had to do it to survive.
And now for the final part of this video. Fucking me. So obviously I constantly brought up how he would use me a lot. He was using me a lot when it comes to getting others to play with him. And then he would also use others to get me to play with him as well, especially on days when I didn't actually want to play. And I'm going to be brutally honest, every time Katie asked me and begged me to fucking play with y'all, because she wanted me to fucking be there and she wanted to play with me, I only ever played those times because of her. She was the only reason I fucking played that dog shit game with you and her. Whenever she was asking, I only ever played because of her. I played for her, not for you. Never fucking did whenever she asked me to fucking play. That is just a blatant fucking fact. And then there's obviously the using me to read a room, because he can't read a room for shit. If he was able to read a fucking room, he wouldn't have patronized me for my past relationship, and he would have actually defended me and said, yo, Trey, you can't be fucking saying that shit because you were a piece of shit in your relationship. Like, you were fucking worse than him in your relationship when you were with Skit. Or he could have at least been like, hey, no, don't fucking do that shit. Like, it was a fucked situation. Like, leave him alone, man. Like, it's in the past. But no, instead he fucking patronized me for that shit because he can't read a room for shit. And then obviously there's the constant him wanting my attention. I mean, telling me a bunch of shit, always hitting me up, always wanting me to fucking play with him. And then he always used me as a defense mechanism because he knew that, hey, I'm not going to take shit and I'm going to put a motherfucker in their place if they try to start shit with my homies. Like, I ain't playing that shit where someone tries to have a go at my fucking homies. I ain't that type of person that's going to let my homies get fucking shit talked and having people start shit with them. And then obviously there's the him using the real me, which is a version of me that I only ever normally show to my significant other. If I'm in a relationship, the real me is who I always show, which is why I get physically and emotionally abused a lot. In my past two relationships, which was Jeppeth and then my high school relationship when I moved over here, I was physically and emotionally abused by the one in person in high school, and then the Jeppeth one was emotional abuse the entire fucking time. It was emotionally abusive. Now obviously we brought up the hypotheticals. So from his logic with our whole beef, hypothetically speak, if you speak hypothetically, it means that you want to have sex with the person. So, John, does that mean that you want to have sex with Sentinel Breeze and then that dude? Does that mean... Does that also mean that you want to rape Sentinel Breeze? What did Sentinel Breeze ever do to have you want to rape her instead of just leaving her the fuck alone? That's pretty strange, little fella. I mean, at the end of the day, you did admit that you're a rapist, using your own logic, using your logic against you. Allegedly, using that logic, you would allegedly be a rapist. So now there's the jokes about cancer. So apparently, according to him and Dustin, I was making jokes about cancer patients and how John used to have cancer and how Dustin's grandma used to have cancer. When the exact thing that I said was, yeah, I'm going to be cutting John off like he's a cancer. Which wasn't a joke, that was just me stating a fact. I'm going to cut him out as if you would cut a cancer out. That's not a joke at all. That's me being dead set saying, like, this is how I'm doing it because he's a piece of shit and he's done this to me. He's started shit with me. And then obviously there was the going off at me for talking hypothetically, where the whole hypothetical situation was that I said was, hypothetically, if I had to be with, and this was going off of how I can't see myself being with Katie. Like, I don't see myself being with her, but that's also because I don't see her in that way. I don't think about, oh, you know, what would it be like if I were to date Katie or Little Nins, for example, you know? I can even use Nins as an example. I've never once thought like, oh, what would it be like if I were to date Ninja Chipmunk or if I were to date Katie? I've never had that thought process, even with Victoria. Again, it was a hypothetical situation. Now, and that's why I said, well, hypothetically, if I had to be with any other homegirls, it would be with Victoria, mainly because through conversations that we've had, there is a lot that we have in common, yada yada yada, you know, like we have a lot of similar viewpoints. In which that's where it kind of spiked. Like he had a fucking go at me. He was like, bro, she's got sugar daddies. She's got a boyfriend. She's got a bunch of sugar daddies and all that are fucking sending her money, and she's sending nudes and shit to them and all that. Which was fucking weird as shit for him to do that when she doesn't even have that. She has a boyfriend nowadays, but during that time she didn't have any of that. She was single, and she didn't even have a single sugar daddy. Which was weird for him to fucking bring that up and constantly bring it up and have a go at me when I was talking hypothetically. I wasn't even being dead fucking serious. So then there's the forcing me to get on, and then using others to get me to play, obviously, and then using me to get others to play with him. Which was another thing. He was constantly telling me to get Katie to fucking hop on. And all this other shit. And then obviously they're trying to force her to hop into the fucking VC. Where every time that it came to VC, I was like, yeah, you know, like, hop in VC if you want to chat and all that. Like, always here to talk if you ever need. And then there was also him trying to pin me on others because he didn't get attention from them, or trying to ruin my friendships with those people. So obviously there was the Bleak incident where he did send me on Awari and fucking Katie for that whole fucking situation. He was trying to ruin mine and Katie's friendship via trying to get me to get her, like, he was trying to get me to get her to drop Bleak or some shit like that, you know, like he was just trying to fucking, he was setting me on Katie because Katie didn't want it. Katie told him how it was with Bleak and all this other shit, and then he was trying to pull the, oh well, Katie's bringing up her past to guilt trip me, or her bullshit past that didn't actually fucking happen, so to guilt trip me, so then I leave her alone, and she's gonna do that shit to you as well, blah 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 blah. And then there was obviously there was also a point in time where he constantly tried to make me change my mind and opinion on games. Like Alan Wake 1, it's dog shit. Like, I'm gonna put it out there, it is a fucking shit game. Alan Wake 2 is good. Alan Wake 1 is the worst fucking game out there. It's one of the fucking worst. It's so shit. And then even with Dead by Daylight, he was constantly trying to get me to play it all the time. And he was also trying to ruin other friendships by trying to make it so I was never playing with Thunder and Ninja Chipmunk and Andy. He was constantly trying to make it so I'd never play with them, and he was trying to get me to drop them, which was extremely fucked up. And then obviously there is the pinning his love for the homegirls on me. So pinning how he has an obsession, and he's madly in love with Katie, Victoria, Sentinel Breeze, fucking Kenzie, like fucking all of them. He was constantly trying to, like, bro, I can even fucking name other fucking chicks, you know, like he was bringing all of them up to the table, which was extremely fucking weird. That he was pinning all that shit on me, saying like, oh nah, Live's the one that loves you all, Live's the one that's obsessed, Live's the one that wants some of that pussy, you know, I don't want pussy from you, Live does. When the harsh reality is, I don't want pussy. I mean, I've made it very clear that I don't want any sexual relations with people, because I can't see myself in a relationship because of how fucking broken I am, and how I just don't want to be in a relationship after my past 2 relationships. I've discovered more about myself since those 2 relationships, and I discovered that I'm just not fit for a relationship, and I just don't want to be in a relationship. And then obviously there was the turning others against me by saying that I was harassing them and yada yada yada, all this other bullshit. Which was not true. I was not harassing you at all. I never once harassed you. I wanted a week or 2 to myself, and from there you went live on stream, tried to pin everyone against me, in which you succeeded with multiple people because they dick ride the ever living shit out of you. And then obviously that's where I went around and gave everyone the evidence, told everyone the truth, showed the truth, and then told them, hey look, like, if you want to drop me, like, I completely respect that decision. If you want to drop me, you don't want to be friends with me, you don't want to be homies, and you want to drop me, I respect your decision, and I wish you the best in life. Have a good future. In which Katie herself, being one of the people that I told this to, even said that I was the bigger person in that entire situation, and even said that She had more respect for me, especially during that time, and probably even to this day, than you, due to how I actually treated that by like telling everyone, hey, like, you don't have to take my side. Where you were on live stream going, oh, if you don't take my fucking side, you're on fucking live side, you're a piece of fucking shit, fuck you, Katie's taking fucking live side, she's a piece of shit, fuck her, fucking everyone harass her, yada yada yada, fucking harass live, fuck that motherfucker, he wanted a week or two to himself, fuck him, man. I fucking patronised him and everything, but he's fucking harassing me. I totally wasn't harassing him at all, and fuck that dude, you know, he wanted a week or two to himself because I started shit with him, I patronised him for his relationship, and then I went off at him for a fucking hypothetical situation. Fuck that dude. Like, bro, you fucking had to go at me for no fucking reason, and then to this day, it's been over 8 fucking months, and you've just been harassing me, non-stop harassing me. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave my past relationships the fuck alone. Stop bringing up my relationship and go find yourself your own relationship. Oh wait, you never will, because you sit at home every single fucking day, guilt tripping everyone, doing 12 hours fucking streams, fucking manipulating people like you fucking manipulated me, and we met each other when I was fucking 14. Since I was 14, you were manipulating me. The entire time we knew each other, you were manipulating me. That is a fact. That'll always be a fact. So that is Pigs in a nutshell. That is all the shit that he's fucking done. He is the biggest scumbag known to mankind. He will start shit with you, and then he will pin everyone against you, and he will treat you like shit. Absolute shit. So again, to everyone that witnessed all the shit that he did to me, now you know every single fucking thing he has ever done. Every scummy fucking thing he's done. And I just want you all to know, you are not fucking safe from this piece of shit. He got fucking Dustin to drop me before I could even send the evidence and all that. He lied to fucking Dustin's face and got Dustin to drop me because he didn't want the evidence going to Dustin, and he didn't want to lose Dustin as well. In which, later on, we come to find that he ended up being treated like shit by Dustin even to this fucking day. But, like I said during that situation, to all those people that are still friends with him, to all those people that still hang around and talk to him, just know, the shit that he fucking has done to all these people, the shit that he did to me, he's gonna fucking do it to you someday. And I don't want you dipshits fucking crawling back to me, fucking crying to me, saying, oh my god, Live, you were right. Pigs ended up treating me like absolute shit. Can we be homies again? I'm sorry for treating you like shit and harassing you because Pigs told me to. Shut the fuck up. Don't ever come by my shit. Quit fucking harassing me. Get off my fucking dick. I get more bitches than you. And funniest thing about this entire thing is I probably get more pussy than every single fucking one of you. Alright, so don't ever fucking come to my shit when he drops you and he treats you like he fucking treated every single one of these people and treated fucking me. So until the next fucking video, very fucking nice. Pussies. Get off my dick, John, you bitch ass motherfucker. Alrighty, so obviously there's a little bit more to this. There's the new shit that's going on, and then obviously we'll have a little bit more of a talk about his little dog shit exposed video. So currently there's a whole thing against him and Twisted Visuals that's going on. Peaks is saying that he's the #1 P100, whilst Twisted Visuals is saying that he's the #1 P1, like most P100s. So obviously you're seeing the screenshots as we go on, but the one that what I wanted to bring up, and you'll even see via the text that's coming up, this motherfucker, the inflated ego of this guy is insane. W video pigs. Look, I just want to give you the harsh reality. The dude that you just said W video to has the most inflated ego known to mankind. He has the biggest ego that you could ever, and I mean ever, see. And then this tickle person, saying you're like one of the nicest DBD players. Already, the second that you said nicest, I had to cut you off instantly. Pigs is not a nice person at all. Never once has been a nice fucking person. I mean, hey, if you see this video, here's all the evidence. Here's all the evidence that you need. And hey, look, you ended up coming into the video as well. Congratulations, you made it. But yeah, he is not the nicest DBD player ever. I've played and seen way nicer DBD players. I mean, take Bleak, Kurta, fucking Trey. You know? Like, that's just naming a small few. You know, like, it's kind of depressing, if I'm gonna be honest. But, and this is another thing, I did see this comment. Been hearing about that guy a lot. You stream most of your P100s. It does not make it does not take 2 seconds to research to verify. Pigs is number one. First of all, you're gonna see in a couple screenshots that by this point, I'm convinced that he's actually boosting his shit. Like, the fact that he got 3 P100s in the manner of quite literally a month, like, in the whole grand scheme of thing, it was a month, and somehow he gets 3 within it. And you also got to bear in mind, he doesn't always play with people all the time, which even with an event is physically impossible to get 3 when you're not playing with people. So that's just me personally. I personally believe that he is boosting his shit. Okay, now I wanted to talk about the whole Cheryl asking a genuine question about, weren't you guys friends? And now Pigs being Pigs, acting like the victim, and as you've seen throughout this entire fucking video, he's playing the victim card, talking about his exposed video, which isn't the only thing that got exposed in that video is fucking you. And even then, all it did was expose that you can't fucking read, you don't know what the difference between harassment and a conversation, nor the definitions of either one. And third, you showed that you're still hiding things even to this day, which is extremely fucking pathetic. But yeah, he basically recaps the whole thing saying, oh, we used to be friends but started calling me homophobic and sexist just because I said something once 3 years ago. Bear in mind, this wasn't 3 years ago, this was a year ago. And bear in mind, he's also constantly changing the years. So it went from 3 years to 2 years to 3 years again. So it already shows that, I mean, he's not even fucking consistent. And to top all that off, the reason why this re-upload's happening, this re-edit's happening, is due to the fact that he actually removed a bunch of content. So he unlisted it, he privated it, so then no screenshots or anything could be shown. He quite literally did this shit, and then after this video came out, at some point, he's gone and he's re-uploaded it. Now obviously at the end of this, you're gonna see the dog shit apology, or lack thereof, of an apology, which will be cut a bit because it's like, bro, I'm not gonna have fucking gameplay and then him saying the same fucking line over and over and over again. But what I do want to say is, before I play that and all that, I want you all to know that he says that he's gonna take a couple months off. He does not take these couple months off whatsoever.
First of all, I don't even know how I'm gonna start this, but this is gonna be going on YouTube too. I've been making content on DBD for about 5 years now, and let's just say I have wronged a lot of people throughout the 5 years that I've been playing. I said some sexist stuff, some inappropriate stuff, controversial stuff, and I want to apologize for it, but I don't want anyone's sympathy. Like, if anyone feels bad or any of that, I don't want to hear it. Like, I take full responsibility for what I've done on Dead by Daylight, what I've said, the people I've treated bad. Like, I'll name a few. I treated live battles bad. I treated Katie bad. Impromptu. I said sexist stuff. You name it. I've probably made every mistake in the book, to be honest. And I don't want anyone to like change their opinion on me. This is not what this is for. This is just so like I can say sorry for the mistakes I made. Because I'm just human, and I never really wanted to be on this big pedestal and people to like praise me or anything like that. But I did come to realize, like, as you stream and as you create more and more content, the stuff you say has effect on others, and I feel really bad about that. And I'm gonna try to step back from content creation for a couple months, maybe find some sort of help, and maybe when I come back I'll be better, happier and all that. And I didn't want to make this video right now, but you know what, it's something that like needed to be done, and this will probably be my last DBD game for at least a month or two, so I can find like someone to talk to that can help me, because there's definitely something wrong with me. I will say that. I don't know what it is, but it's there. And I just really wanted to apologize to everyone that I wronged, even the people that I didn't name. If I pissed you off, if I said something that bothered you, I'm sorry, genuinely. That's why I'm doing this on the face cam. But I also don't want your guys' sympathy either. You shouldn't feel bad for someone who made a mistake, because the only one that should feel bad is the person who made the mistake, and they should learn from it and hopefully become a better person after.
So, as you saw, he claimed that, oh, I'm gonna take a couple months off. Like I said, he didn't take those couple months off whatsoever. So, going back into the comments, the replies that you've all seen, the screenshots that you've seen. So, this shit's actually pretty fucking banger. Twisted Visuals replies and says, number one, P100s, who isn't homophobic, transphobic, and misogynistic. Trust, I knew what I meant when I put that in my bio, lil bro. That shit is fucking funny as fuck. I'm sorry, I don't care what anyone says. I have the fattest smile on my face because of how fucking funny that shit is. Like, that shit's genuinely fucking funny. So then, I don't know why the fuck Pigs does this, but he hits he replies and says, label people to make you feel better. I guess I hit a nerve. So my question, like many questions during this video, you labelled me with a lot of stuff, so what, did I hit a nerve releasing all the evidence over the months of you harassing me? I mean, that's just another question to ask you, and I know you're going to watch this in its entirety because you have the fattest crush on me, which is pretty fucking gay, bro. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not gay myself, but I'm not even gonna lie, like, I'm not even flattered because, well, it's you. Who the fuck would want you to be crushing on them? I know for a fact all your quote-unquote homegirls, they don't fucking feel that way at all. They don't fucking want you, that's for damn sure. And then he continues, still doesn't make you have the most, no matter what names or labels you put on me. Just makes you look jealous enough being second. Okay, look, no one's fucking jealous of you, for starters. And secondly, as well, not everyone's doing 12-hour streams because they have no fucking life at all and quite literally sit in their room on their ass 24 fucking 7 doing absolutely fucking nothing for their entire fucking life. You are 27 years old. You're 6 years older than me, and yet during our whole fucking situation when it first happened, with you making shit up and all that, I had numerous people, your friends as well, quote unquote friends as well, say that I was the bigger person in this entire situation because I wasn't going around putting labels on people, saying shit like, oh, Katie's on live side, she's a piece of shit, yada yada yada, all this sort of shit. Or fucking pulling a whole situation of, you know, telling people to pick a side. I didn't tell a single person to pick a side. You know what I did? Because unlike you, I'm not a fucking child. I told everyone, hey look, here's the evidence. If you want to drop me, I completely respect that decision and I wish you the best. The reason I didn't do that towards Dustin is because he was being a right piece of shit for no fucking reason. And to be even more brutally honest, as I thought he was my friend, him doing that just confirmed that he is a piece of shit, which, as you all saw in the screenshots of the other video, it seems that Dustin was a piece of shit, even to pigs. But we'll get into that a little bit later. So now, obviously, I send him the evidence and I tell him how it is. I'm going to cut you and pigs out like a cancer, because I already know you instantly ran to him, messaging him saying, oh, live's dipping, bro. And you most likely lied to him as well. And he obviously, after being lied to by you, wasn't going to look at the evidence or anything like that. He wasn't going to look at the screenshots or nothing like that. Everyone else, they saw the screenshots, you know. They saw like, oh shit, well, he's not actually in the wrong here at all. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you manipulated every single fucking one of them to be against me. Because that's what you do. You're a vile, disgusting fucking thing. I mean, you're a slug. You don't even have you just back yourself into a corner and try to slither away, but everything always comes back to you. Everything always comes back to you, and everyone keeps finding you because you are shit at hiding shit. If you really didn't want to be fucking replied to, if you really didn't want evidence to be used against you, you wouldn't keep harassing me. You wouldn't harass all these other people. Because at the end of the day, you are the biggest fucking loser. The only one that has ever put labels and names on people. The only person that is the biggest, most egotistical and jealous little bitch to have ever been born on this fucking planet. I mean, bro, how are you gonna be so jealous that someone got attention, my guy? That someone gets more attention and fucking made you? Because at the end of the day, if I wasn't giving you the fucking content whilst being in your live streams, you wouldn't have anyone to fucking play with. Because I think the saddest part is, I was the only one that ever actually fucking played with you, out of my own free will. And then, even to top that off, near the end, Katie was the one getting me to fucking play with you, because she wanted me to play with her. You just so happened to be there. You know, that's the most depressing part. You just so happened to be there. Like, that being the harsh reality is super, and I mean super fucking depressing, my guy. How the fuck are you gonna be third wheeling all the fucking time? And on your own live stream too. That is fucking depressing, bro. That is the most depressing shit ever. I mean, at the end of the day, the funniest part about everything is the fact that you're full of shit. And you always have been full of shit. You bring up fucking Orioe's girlfriend and how Orioe was a piece of shit when he was with Skit, his girlfriend at the time. And yet, because you are so... You're craving attention so fucking much, especially from people that you be sucking their dicks behind the scenes 24 fucking 7 because you love to take dick and suck dick is fucking depressing. Where was the same energy towards Trey or Rioe when you fucking started shit with me? Like, where's the same energy that you gave me towards Orioe? Where's that same energy, John? Where is it? Truthfully, where is it? Because it wasn't there during that time. And then to top that all off, you've been talking out your ass for years. For not years, months. You have quite literally been talking out your ass for months. Not once have you shown an ounce, and I mean an ounce of evidence. Not an ounce. Why can't you do that? Show the evidence. If I did all this shit that you're saying that I did, show the evidence. Because obviously, there's a lot in DMs. Obviously, when it comes to VCs, we never recorded them, so I can't even get all the recordings of you saying the N-word and all the disgusting vile shit you were saying about others. Especially fucking Katie. I mean, dog, the self-projecting that you do is fucking wild. And then, yeah, obviously there's the people, there's that Will Shade dipshit again saying, by the way, where is the homophobia, transphobia and stuff at? Because clearly I'm missing something here. Oh, I'll tell you where it is. It's deleted. Why? Because John doesn't want that out there. He wants to look like a victim. He loves playing that victim card, so he deletes VODs and all that. He wipes them. You know, like, that's why you can't see it or anything, because he wipes it and then he plays clips, or a clip that literally shows nothing and isn't homophobic, transphobic or anything like that whatsoever. Shows a fairly normal fucking conversation in his streams that he would always have. Like, I don't know, man. It's extremely fucking stupid. And, like, going into this now. So, Miss Mercury says, I've known John for a while now. And we've spent a lot of time together. And he's never treated me any less for being a woman. You gotta realize, he's doing that shit behind your back. He's not gonna do it to your face because he's a little bitch. You know, when it comes to shit, he'll never say it to someone's face. Why do you think the fucker hasn't come into a fucking video call or voice call with me? He's never hopped in a VC with me to have a talk or anything about the shit that he was saying. He'll never be able to relay the shit that he said about me, or the lies that he said about me, to my face. He never could, because he's a little bitch boy. He is so fucking afraid of people that he would never say shit to their face. But I guarantee, Miss Mercury, he is saying vile shit about you behind your back. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, he's secretly preying on you. He's definitely jerking off to you. And now, he's just looking for the next person to blame it on. You know, it'll probably be you, Will Shade, if I'm being honest. He's probably going to blame it on you, saying that, oh, you've been trying to fuck Miss Mercury for months now, yada yada yada. For days, all this stupid shit. And then, we continue. He also treats his LGBT friends with respect as well. Which I'm also going to give you the harsh reality. Behind the scenes, he's treating them like fucking shit, alright? And that's behind the scenes of your back as well. And then he's also deleting VODs, so then, oh, no one can see that. And then it continues. You, on the other hand, defended a guy who was all those things and was telling people to end their own life. Bear in mind, Pigs does that on a daily basis. In VCs. Off stream. And on stream, he just deletes those streams. Yeah, he just doesn't do it around you, Miss Mercury. Do you realise he's told multiple people around me to kill themselves? I mean, I've done that. But At least I'm not the one going around saying, oh, I've never told someone to kill themselves, I'm not a fucking bad person, yada yada yada. Bro, you are the biggest piece of shit known to mankind. Alright? Stop trying to play this whole little, oh, I've learnt fucking religion, I'm religious, I can't be this big bad that everyone's making me out to be, yada 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 yada. Bro, you are the biggest piece of shit known to man. Alright, and I, you know the saddest part about it as well is I don't fucking talk on Christianity or anything like that. I don't try saying that I'm a saint or anything. At the end of the day, I'm not the one that's going around saying that I'm not a piece of shit and that, oh, that so-and-so's a piece of shit, this other person's a piece of shit. I'll never be a piece of shit. I'm not evil. Trust me, guys. I could never do this shit that I'm being accused of. Until people see the, well, DMs and all that and they go, oh, wait, shit. But then again, they're also heavily manipulated and gaslit by you, so they take your side no matter what, especially because they most likely talk to you and then you go, oh, it's fake, it's not real, when the harsh reality is, it is all real. I mean, the DMs are still there. Even though you blocked me, the DMs are still there, you fucking moron. Not all DMs, because you got lucky. You got lucky that Discord deletes almost all DMs. You got lucky. Congratulations. And then Miss Mercury continues, you are not a nice guy at all, so I guess you're not even two by your own standards. Miss Mercury, you're defending a guy that is the worst person you could ever fucking defend. Like, this is a dude that is a fucking rapist. That has self-admitted he would rape a chick. So, you're literally defending a fucking rapist. Congratulations, Miss Mercury, you fucked yourself. First of all, the dude's a racist, heavy racist as well. He's extremely homophobic. He's extremely misogynistic. He's extremely transphobic. And then he's the biggest piece of shit and he's the biggest manipulator known to mankind. And then we go into the whole KVampt saying you're the kindest, Mercury. Pigs is lucky to have such a good friend. Honestly, that's true. That's actually straight facts. Thankfully, KVampt knows a little tiny bit of facts, isn't fucking delusional like pigs, and isn't so manipulated to the point where they can't even see that Pigs is lucky to have Miss Mercury around his finger. Because he is extremely lucky to have any friends. Especially friends that are exactly like Miss Mercury. So then, the homegirl Kurta comes in and says, number one P100s, who isn't homophobic, transphobic, and misogynistic. By the way, Miss Mercury, when you read this, I hope you come to terms with you being a grade A glazer. Screenshotting his Twitter when your mutuals is next level scummy. Facts. Hold your friends accountable and do better. Until then, keep glazing. Bear in mind, I think the saddest part about that is Pig started a Twitter just to start shit with people. That is fucking depressing. I mean, I made a fucking Twitter for other reasons. To follow people that are friends and people that I enjoy watching their content. And fucking the audacity of this dipshit. I get to live in your head with free. Thank you. Okay, so like the question that I asked earlier in the screenshots. Does that I live rent free in your head 24/7, so what does that mean about you? Why are you projecting? Why are you self-projecting, buddy? Because I live rent-free in your head and you've still been bitching about me. And then yeah, Miss Mercury goes, I didn't have anything to do with this, but if he asked me to, I would have. Which is even fucking worse. It just shows how manipulated and how gaslit Miss Mercury is by pigs. Like, it's actually fucking vile and disgusting. I was actually there when John on Christmas Eve / Christmas, when you guys were harassing him in DMs. Okay, Miss Mercury, obviously you've watched this video. You've seen the definition of what harassment is. You know what? I think I need to get the definition of what a conversation is. What is the definition of a conversation? Okay, so this is the definition of a conversation. I know this is going to be mind-boggling. Your mind's going to break. I know. I'm so sorry to do this, but the definition in the dictionary for conversation, noun, a talk, especially an informal one between two or more people, in which news and ideas are exchanged. Oh my god, I know. Are you still with me? Because I know you can get lost very fucking easily. You two pigs. Hang on, let me get my keys real quick. Let me get my keys. I know I need to jingle some keys for you. Here you go. You still with me? Hang on, are you guys still with me? Okay, I think you guys are still with me. Okay, good. So, you're still with me, right? Okay, cool. So, let me break it down for you a little bit. So, a conversation, you still with me? Yeah, you still with me? Okay, so, a conversation, you still with me? Sweet, okay. The noun, you still with me? Okay, cool. So, the noun of a conversation, you still with me? Okay, cool. Is a talk, you still with me? Okay, sweet. Especially an informal one, you guys still with me, right? Like, I don't need to whip the keys out again? Okay, sweet. Between two or more people, hang on. Pigs, stop looking away. You gotta look at this. You gotta look at the board. Look at the board. Yeah. Good boy. Okay. In which news and ideas are exchanged. Miss Mercury, stop touching his dick. Stop touching his dick. Yeah. Stop giving him head. We don't need that in the classroom. Okay. You can save that for after school when he's railing you in the back. Okay, Okay, sweet. So that's what a conversation is, and the definition of what a conversation is. Because again, go back to that video, or fucking watch this video, you can have a look at the screenshots. Those are conversations, not harassment. Two very big differences. I know, it's mind-boggling. I know you both have low IQs. I know you both didn't pass kindergarten. I know, it's okay. I'm here to teach you. It's okay. I will always be here. I'll help you out as much as you need, okay? I'll always help you out. Okay, sweet. So that's what it is. So now the rest of this shit, I mean, you guys can read everything. You've probably all read everything, so I'm not going to continue reading any more of this stuff. I'll read Pig's response to Curta of him having another little whinge, but go back to that video or watch this video again, and you're gonna see that those are conversations, not harassment. It's just people talking. It's a normal conversation that friends have. I know friends are foreign concepts, especially for you, Pigs. Hang on, Pigs. Look this way. Look. Stop eating the crayon. Stop eating the. Oh my god! Stop eating the Play-Doh. No, not the Play-Doh. Hang on, guys. Pigs. Put down the Play-Doh. Stop eating it. Come on. Okay. Stop eating the. Don't cry now. Don't cry. I know. It's okay, but you can't be eating crayons or Play-Doh. It's gonna make you even more fucking stupid than you already are. Okay, cool. I mean, fuck. You can't even spell or type. I do a better job, and I'm dyslexic, buddy. Okay. So I think everyone's okay now. Miss Mercury's got Pig's dick out her mouth. and Pigs has stopped putting crayons up his nose and eating them, and he stopped eating Play-Doh. So let's go into your response now, Pigs. Okay. Accurate. Y'all didn't care about me. You guys only care about your online persona. Self-projecting. You still with me? Okay, cool. And think you're such a nice person. You still with me? Cool. This is what you think. So stop projecting. Oh, oh, actually, my fault. Sorry. You probably don't know what projecting means. Oh, let me educate you a little bit more. Projecting. Okay. Dictionary. Projecting. Adjective. You still with me? You still with me? Okay. So the adjective of projecting, you still with me? Okay, cool. Is extending outwards beyond something else, protruding. A projecting bay window. That's a little summaries, you know. So it's okay. I know. You still with me? Your mind's okay. Like the information's coming through properly. Okay, cool. I think it's important that we have these little breaks so then you can actually understand and learn. I know. And, I think we need the definition of learn. What is the definition of learning? Okay. Learning. Okay. So this is the dictionary. This is the noun for learning. You still with me? Okay, cool. The acquisition of knowledge or skills through study. You still with me? Okay, cool. Experience. You still with me? Okay. Or being taught. Oh, but, okay. Taught. Now, you don't know what taught means. Let me get the definition of taught. So the definition of taught or teach is impart knowledge to or instruct someone as to how to do something. You still with me? Okay, cool. So that's what teach means. That's the verb for it. And then the meaning of taught is, you still with me? Hang on. You still with me? Stop putting your fingers in your butt. Stay with me now. Okay, cool. Why did you lick your fucking finger after fingering your butthole, Pigs? That is fucking vile. You're not getting a star for that. Yeah, I was gonna give you a star. You're not getting a star now, okay? Alright. So the meaning of taught, you still with me? Okay, cool. You've stopped picking your butt, right? Okay, cool. The meaning of taught is to give someone knowledge or to train someone to instruct. Teach something to someone. She taught English to foreign students. That's the Cambridge Dictionary. You still with me? That all went through your head? Let me go over again, just for you. To give someone knowledge. You still with me? Okay. Or to train someone. You still with me? To instruct. I know. Big words. Big words. So the meaning of when someone is projecting, you still with me? Okay, cool. They are unconsciously assigning their own unacceptable thoughts, feelings, or behaviors. You still with me? Okay. To another person or object. Pigs, I'm going to give you a star because you are the definition of someone is projecting. I know, holy shit. Big words. I only say big words. So, let's just go over what you said again. Y'all didn't care about me. You guys only care about your online persona. Projecting. And think you're such a nice person. Projecting. When you don't even like yourself. Projecting. All you guys care about is your viewer count. All I was is a statistic. Projecting. Like, bro, how much projecting are you gonna fucking do in this entire fucking video? You are a pathetic man-child. An actual pathetic man-child. This is fucking pathetic. So now, let's go into his dog shit video talking about I was being harassed. Shut the fuck up. You had people giving you a fucking conversation trying to educate you. So I gotta put it in a way that you can understand. Educate. So Trey just hits you with the straight facts of, oh brother, you're joking with this video, right? I mean, it's a genuine question. Were you joking about it? No, because you are a fucking dumbass. And then little bro comes and goes, Trey, no, I didn't come for you, or you guys came for me, and I'm just defending myself. What, defending yourself for people trying to talk to you and trying to have a conversation with you? And because you didn't get to manipulate and gaslight them into taking your side and leaving you alone, still being buddies, best friends, you decided to block them? Okay, yeah, that makes sense, okay. And that's definitely defending yourself. Defending yourself from being a fucking dumb cunt, that's for damn sure. I mean, honestly, you should really put all your energy into defending yourself from your own stupid fucking brain. I mean, I thought I was fucked in the head, but like, Jesus Christ, you're on a whole new fucking level. And then little bro continues, and I don't know why it matters. None of you. See, again, how to actually put this into a conversation is defending myself, and I don't know why it matters. None of you said anything to stop this. Just let your friends continue to hate on me on their main accounts with no shame. That's called a sentence. And that's called basic fucking English. The exact thing that is your first fucking language. How the fuck do you fuck that up so fucking bad? Like, genuine question. How do you fuck that up so bad? Like, that is fucking pathetic, bro. Actually pathetic. So then it continues. Trey hits him with the harsh reality. No one hated on you. They was trying to educate you on the situation you put yourself in. Facts. All you did in this video was flip it to make it look like you're the victim. You're not a victim, little bro. Quit fucking acting like a fucking victim and actually be a victim. Like, unless you have probable cause to be a victim, do not fucking act. I get it, you want attention desperately. I know you're attention deprived, but shut the fuck up. Okay. I'm just defending myself. You blocked everyone and made this video. No one talked about you on Twitter or anything, otherwise you would have shown it. Again, proving my point even further. He has zero evidence against anyone. The only evidence he has is him being a piece of shit. Of course he's not going to release that. What are you, fucking tone deaf? Are you brain dead? God fucking damn. No one's bullying you. Everything you posted was everyone trying to talk to you, which is also facts and what you can even see. Now obviously you've all seen the screenshots. It continues, yada yada yada. Obviously there's the whole Bleak thing where I still don't get why you drag Bleak into this shit for no fucking reason, which is extremely fucking stupid. And then to top all that off as well, Kurta hits you with the harsh reality of you literally have negative reading comprehension. And so do all your fucking boyfriends and dick riders, bro. They can't even fucking read. Which is actually kind of fucking depressing. I mean, I've got glasses and me, like right now, me not wearing my glasses, I can still read fucking better than you. And you don't need glasses. I do. How the fuck does that make any sense? Make it make sense. Like, genuine question, make it make sense. How the fuck does that make any sense? That I can read fucking better than you and I need, without my glasses, when I need glasses. Like, there's no fucking way that's physically possible. You are like the dumbest motherfucker I have ever fucking met. And now, I wanted to talk about the whole Lennox stupid shit. Calling Curta a hoe, and then being too much of a pussy to quite literally type pussy and dick. What, are you that much of a bitch that, like, bro, I'm a virgin, and I get more pussy than you, bro. Like, dog. Like, genuine question. Have you even witnessed a woman in your entire... Do you even know that women exist? Because that is the only way that makes any sense. You're acting all tough and all that shit. You're acting like a big dog, but you're such a fucking virgin. You have to put emojis down. You can't even type out pussy, dick. Oh my god, guys, that is so difficult. I can't do it. I cannot do it anymore, man. What, are you fucking stupid or some shit? You ain't this big tough dude. But I guarantee the wind knocks your bitch ass over. And bear in mind, that's just on a normal fucking day. That's not on a windy day at all. That's on a no wind day, and somehow you fucking fall flat on your face by the wind. I guarantee that's what you are in real life. That is fucking depressing, bro. How the fuck did you make... How did you make it look like I get more pussy than you and pigs combined? How did you manage to do that? Like, that's just a new fucking thing. And then he constantly brings up that Kurt is 25. Okay. Your little boyfriend is 27 years old. What's your point? He was 26 when he started shit with me. I was 19. He was turning 27 that year. Like, bro, that's fucking depressing. That is fucking depressing. Or it's rather, he was turning 27 that year, or he just turned 26 that year. And we're 5 years apart. Yeah, he's turned 26 that year, bro. I was 19, and he's been harassing me ever since. He's 27 now, and he acts like a 4-year-old. I know in previous videos and all that, I said that he acts like a 5-year-old, but like, I think that was me being too nice. It's rather, he acts like a 4-year-old or a fucking 3-year-old throwing a fucking tantrum. Fuck, I don't even go as far as to say he acts like a 2-year-old. Jesus Christ. So yeah, you calling Curta a loser, bringing up her age. Brother, John's 27, and he's been harassing me since I was 19, since he was 26. That is infinitely worse than someone that is a year younger than him. Well, actually, yeah, a year fucking younger than him. Like, dog, you should get your life together. 'Cause I mean, the funniest part about it is pigs dropped your bitch ass years ago. And then the second that I fucking leave, all of a sudden you and him are buddies, you're dick buddies. Pick at a butthole. Like, you fuck each other on a day-to-day basis. That's fucking disgusting, bro. Get John's dick out your mouth for 2 seconds. And then Trey hits the straight facts again. And John is 26, is a 26-year-old lying on people to make himself look like a victim. Big facts. 27 now. If you don't know the full situation, shut the fuck up and stop dick riding. Exactly my point. If you lot don't know what's going on, watch this fucking video in its entirety, and then you're gonna know. Oh my god, you're gonna know who he is as a fucking person. You're gonna know facts. You're gonna know the truth. So if you watch the entire fucking video, and watch it one time, do a little skim through. Do a little skim through on your second go. Just look at the main points. I mean, just reread all the comments, all the screenshots, reread everything, and then, and only then, can you make a comment. Until you've done all that, you don't get to have a fucking single say. And after you've done all that, in that same comment, or in another comment, replying to that comment of yours, make sure that you tell me exactly, and I do mean exactly. Oh shit! Sorry, I forgot. You guys are fucking morons. What is the definition of drawing a mind blank already? Awesome. Like, honestly, I'm drawing the fattest mind blank at the moment. I don't give a shit. This is staying in because fuck you guys. But yeah, just give me your exact. That's what it was. Of exact. Okay, so this is the definition of exact. So hang on, let me pull the keys out just in case. I can see you all touching yourselves, and I can see you all picking your noses. So we'll get the keys again. Yeah. Okay, cool, sweet. I got your attention again. Exact. Adjective. Not approximated in any way precise. Verb, demand and obtain something from someone. There you go. But yeah, I want to know your exact thoughts and opinions on Pigs himself after you've seen everything. I know thoughts is another thing, so... Okay, so thought. The definition of thought, the noun, is an idea or opinion... Hang on. You lot in the back, yep. Cool. Got your attention. So thought, in the dictionary, the noun for it is an idea or opinion produced by thinking. Remember that word because that's going to come in. Or occurring suddenly in the mind. So thinking. I know. So this is gonna be another one. I told you. What's the definition of thinking, class? God, bro. The fact that myself, the principal, has to teach you lot just shows how fucking stupid you lot are. So, in the dictionary, the noun and definition of thinking is the process of considering or reasoning about something. I know. It's very hard to fathom for you booger eaters, your nose pickers, your fucking crayon eaters, your Play-Doh eaters, your bum pickers, your sloppy toppies, your dick suckers, your dick riders. You know, like, you got a lot of labels on all of you. So yeah, after you see, let me know what the new light that you've seen Pigs in, and then try tell me that he's a good person and all that after you've seen all the evidence, you've read and listened to this entire video, watched it, you've read everything, and then and only then give me your opinions on John. Now I know opinions is another word, so what is the definition of opinions? So the definition of opinion in the dictionary is a view or judgment formed about something, not necessarily based on fact or knowledge. That's an opinion. So an opinion isn't necessarily a fact or like knowledge, like no knowledge. So now necessarily is going to be another thing that you lot don't know, so I will also really quickly give you the definition of necessarily. So necessarily definition is as a necessary result is a necessary which in result is inevitability. Yeah, I know. So don't worry. I got you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. This is all the facts. This is all the evidence. And, yeah, let me know after watching this entire thing, after going through your second watch through of just looking and reading everything. And then, yeah, just from there, tell me exactly what your thoughts are, yada yada yada. Like, you know, let me know if you actually see Pigs for who he truly is. And Pigs, hopefully you can answer those questions that I've asked you throughout this video. I know this is a fucking 2-hour long video now, but I mean, there's a lot of new shit, there's a lot of shit, and you know, we had to fucking end this dude, we had to put him in his place. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully it'll be soon. I will be streaming more later on though, and yeah, hopefully after this big event that's going to be coming into my life, I'll be back in a couple years. Very nice.
If I pissed you off, if I said something that bothered you, I'm sorry.